Hi friends, today we're on lesson 4 and we are going to be solving word problems with time within the hour. We're going to have to count backward and forward on the number line to do that. So let's jump into it. Number 1 says Cole starts reading at 6:23 p.m. and stops at 6:49 p.m. How many minutes does Cole read? So in this case, we're trying to figure out how many minutes passed between 6:23 and 6:49. So I'm going to go to my number line and find where 6:23 is, okay? So if this is going to be 6 o'clock, that means this is 7 o'clock, okay? And now I'm going to get a little finer point here on my pen. 6:23 is more than 20 but less than 25. So I'm going to draw my tick marks in here. Here's 21, 22, 23, and 24. So here's where 6:23 is. So I'm going to put a point on the line, not above it or below it. I'm going to label that 6:23. And he stops at 6:49. So I need to go down my number line. 49 is more than 45 but less than 50. So here's 46, 47, 48, 49. So at 6:49, this is when he stops. So now I have to find how many minutes elapsed or passed between 6:23 and 6:49. So what I like to do is I like to hop up by ones. You've got 1, 2. So this is 2 minutes. Here you've got 5, 10, 15, and 20, so that's 20 minutes. That's all the way to the 45. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more minutes to get to 49. So if I add those three numbers up, 20 plus 4 is 24, plus 2 more is 26. So he read for 26 minutes. Okay, so plot your start and your stop time and find out how much time went past in between. Let's try the next one. All these problems are a little bit different. Natalie finishes piano practice at 2:45 p.m. after practicing for 37 minutes. What time does Natalie's practice start? So in this case, we don't have that start time. We have the finish time and how long she worked. So we're going to have to count backward on this. So if she finishes at 2:45, that's right here, that tells me that my hour that this number line started at is 2 o'clock and it finished at 3 o'clock. Okay. Now she practiced for 37 minutes, so I have to count backward on the number line 37 minutes. So I'm going to skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. But if I go one more, that's 40. That's too far. So I've got to draw my 4 tick marks in here. And now I can count on from 35 to 36, 37. So this is when she started. So I have to read my number line now. This is 2 o'clock, 2:05, 2:06, 2:07, and 2:08 is when she started. Okay, so if she starts at 2:08, we add on 37 minutes, we're going to be at 2:45 where the problem said we needed to stop. Okay, so that's the second kind of problem. Let's see the third one. See if that gives us the other type of problem. Gina works on her scrapbook from 11:27 a.m. to 11:58 a.m. How many minutes does she work on her scrapbook? So we're working in the 11 o'clock hour. So this is 11 o'clock and this is 12 o'clock. And that would be noon. Okay. So she starts at 11:27. So here's 25. 26, 27, 28, 29. So here's 27. So I'm going to put my point on the line and label that 11:27. Now I need to find 58. So 58 is between 55 and our next hour. So here's 56, 57, 58, 59. So I'm going to put a point at 11:58. Okay. So now I have to count up, figure out how many jumps I made from 11:27 to 11:58. So count by ones. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. And you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 more. So if I add all those up, 25 plus 3 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31 minutes. She worked on her scrapbook for 31 minutes. Just counting up by ones, counting up the fives, and adding it all together. All right, last one on this side. Nate finishes homework at 4:47 p.m. after working on it for 38 minutes. What time does Nate start his homework? Okay, so if he finishes at 4:47, I know 47 is between 45 and 50. So this is 46, 47, 48, 49. So label that 4:47. And now I have to count back 38 minutes. So this is 1, 2. And now I'm going to count by fives. So if I take away, I started at 38 minutes totally for his total work time. I've already counted off these 2 here. That means I have to count off 36 more minutes. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And now I need 1 more. So I'm going to draw my 4 tick marks and hop to that 1 more. Okay. So this is your 1. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. So your 35 plus 2 is 37. Plus that 1 more is 38 minutes that he worked. So now, if he was working in the 4 o'clock hour, we should label this 4 o'clock. That means this is 5 o'clock. And now I need to figure out what time this is. So this is 4 o'clock, 4:05, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4:09 p.m. is when he started. Okay, so just moving up and down the number line. Let's go to the back side now. See what that brings us. Uh-oh, there's no backside. Where did it go? Have to check into that one. Okay, found the other problems here. So let's finish this up. So we are at number 5. Dave walked to school. The clocks below show when he left his house and when he arrived at school. How many minutes did it take Dave to walk to school? So here's our sentence we need to fill in. Let's read this clock. Okay, so if I zoom in a little bit, I can see that my hour hand is between the 7 and the 8, so that tells me it's the 7 o'clock hour. And my big hand, if I skip count by fives, I'm at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is 35, 36, 37. So he left at 7:37. Okay? Just think of this clock as that number line we were just looking at, but it's just all curled around into a circle. Okay, this is when Dave arrives. So the hour hand is still in between the 7 and the 8, so it's still the 7 o'clock hour. But this time, if we skip count around, we got to find where our minute hand is. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 is at the 11. Sorry, that line didn't come at the right place. And this is 56. So he arrived at 7:56. So we need to figure out how many minutes passed between 37 and 56. So if we count on 37 plus 10 gives us 7:47. If we add 10 more, we're at 7:57, but that's 1 minute past. So he went 20 minutes, 10 plus 10, but we have to subtract 1. 20 minus 1 is 19, okay? So I'm counting up from 37 to 56. 47, 57, but that's 1 too many. So this really has to be a 9. 10 plus 9 is 19. Okay? So it took Dave 19 minutes to walk to school. Because the 7 o'clock hour is the same when he started and left, we could also subtract 56 minus 37 minutes. But you have to unbundle there. So you've got to unbundle here, move a 10 into 10 ones. So you've got 9 here, and 4 minus 3 is 19. To me, counting on, adding on is easier. Let's look at number 6. Sydney cleaned her room for 45 minutes. She started at 11:13 a.m. What time did Sydney finish cleaning her room? Okay, so let's find, her starting point is 11 o'clock. Her ending point is 12 o'clock, and this is noon also. She wouldn't be cleaning in the middle of the night when midnight takes place. Let's find 11:13. So 13 is in between 10 and 15, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14. So here's 11:13. She worked for 45 minutes, so we've got to add on 45 minutes. So here, if you count by ones, this is 2. Okay, so that means if I had a total of 45 minutes, and I've already counted 2, I have to count on 43 more minutes. So now I can count by 5s and not go too far. So this is, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And now I need to go 3 more. So here's 1, 2, 3, my 4 tick marks. 1, 2, 3. It's a little hard to read, but this is 55, 56, 57. This is 11:58. So that's when she finished her room. We need to make sure we use our AM to show that it's morning time. Okay? Right, last one. The 3rd grade chorus performed a musical for the school. The musical lasted 42 minutes. It ended at 1:59 p.m. What time did the musical start? So let's find 1:59, right? So that means this is 1 o'clock, okay, because this is the 1 o'clock hour, and this is 2 o'clock. Oops, get the colon in there. 1:59 is right at before 2 o'clock, so this is 56, 57, 58, and 59. It lasted for 42 minutes, so let's count backward 42 minutes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. So if I had 42 minutes and I subtract 4 that I counted down here, that leaves me with 38 more minutes. So hop on down by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and now I need my 1s. 36, 37, 38. So this is when they finished. Okay, so if I read the clock, that's 1 o'clock, 1:15, 16, 17. 1:17, and that's PM. Make sure you include that label of the AM or the PM. Okay, so this lesson is all about solving word problems using your number line and a clock. Go ahead and start your homework. Have fun.